I saw a job posting about Chucklefish, hiring an artist, and then I applied. And I was like, I'm not gonna get it because I saw that other pixel artists that I really liked were also interested in applying. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it. And then they were interested in doing an interview, and we did it over Skype first. And I remember the connection. I was at my partner's house, and the connection was so bad that there was no video. So I was just like playing with finger puppets while like everyone in the interview had their own finger puppet, and I was like the giraffe, and the other people were elephants or little.
Oh. I kind of wish that the video was actually working
Me
and
too.
you didn't know and they could see it.
And my partner was watching the entire interview, and when he turned to me after the interview ended, it was like, are you kidding me? You were like doing that in front of them? I was like, nah, the video wasn't working. They invited me for a second interview, but in London. And I got like a trip paid, and it was really nice because it was my first time in the UK.
And this is the first time I met you
in
real life.
Yeah, that's true. Both Rodrigo and our friend, they like try to show me the best parts of London and really try to make me like it.
Yeah, we were like, okay, we need to make Lu like the city.
Yeah.
So let's take her to watch a musical. Let's do all the. Let's take her to good restaurants. It was Matilda.
Yeah.
Right. Let's take her to good restaurants. Let's just have a good time.
Yeah, it really worked. It was really fun. When I knew about the Chucklefish job opening, I was in Canada and I moved out on a whim. After like a phase of my life ended, I just said like, oh, I'm gonna try live outside of Brazil and see how it goes and if I like it, if it's possible. When I joined Chucklefish, it was really nice because everyone was so friendly, and I'm usually like the type of person that like should be at home and work from home and not talk to anyone, but here everyone was so friendly and so warming when I got in that I wasn't afraid of joining, or I wasn't afraid of being around people while I was working. So that was pretty nice. I'm courageous, but I'm really shy when it comes to people. I'm a coward, but when it comes to like new stuff and new adventures and new experiences, I'm all for it. I have an uncle that he's actually a fashion designer, and when I was really young, he taught me how to use color pencils and like use it properly and not destroy them. And my sister, she's an art director. I think I learned a lot from her, but I was a bit more intense, as in I would never stop drawing at any moments, and a lot of my friends wouldn't know me if I wasn't like in a corner drawing all the time or sketching all the time or doing something like that. I've always done art ever since I was very little. I would be drawing non-stop and everything, napkins and like using pens, and art materials were very expensive, but my parents would always find a way of like improvising some art materials for me. They would grab printed paper that they didn't need anymore or old contracts and stuff like that, and they would just give it to me and I would just draw all over it. I think one of my earliest memories is me on the basement of my parents' house. We had no money for any consoles, and my dad would build like computers out of parts that were broken, and then he fixed, and he would fix other people's computers to be able to get those parts for himself. My dad was pretty much like, he has a scientist mind. He's interested in all things science. It would be a struggle between my dad and my mom because he would understand so much and my mom would be like kind of not understand tech at all, and she would be like, please get out of the computer, stop teaching the kids about the computer. I want them to go out and run in the streets and play with friends.
If only she knew where it would lead you.
Yeah, they would call me like jungle child because I was really, really shy, and I would avoid everyone and would just be on the computer or drawing all the time. Bicho do mato, exactly. School was really rough. It was like bullying coming from everywhere, but the teachers and like a group of rejects that decided to become best friends. It was just like 4 girls that nobody liked. I think when I was really, really young, my skin or how I looked or where my family came from didn't matter much because I was surrounded by little kids that looked just like me. But as I grew older, my mom, I don't know how she did it actually. It was a miracle because my grades were good but not that great. She would get me and my sisters, scholarships in really good schools. But that meant that I was in a really different environment with really different people from what I'm used to. And I think that was the moment that I noticed that I was different. We would go in the street, and it was rough because it was very violent. And then people wouldn't like me very much because of my skin. When I entered those private schools, it was when the kids started pointing out, like, oh, your mom's from that place, or oh, your skin is dark and your hair is curly, you use glasses, you're too short. It was pretty weird because I would go to the street and I would go downtown, which not as much rich people would be around, and I would see people like me. But when I would go to school, it would be completely different. Like, even when people weren't provoking me, they were trying to say something good about me, they would say that I'm exotic. And I wouldn't understand because I would say, have you looked out of the window? Everyone here looks like me. You guys are the different ones, and yet you're picking on me. Or like you're saying that I'm exotic even though like I'm as Brazilian as they come. And at some point I was tired of being pointed out and being picked for it. So I just fully embraced being different. So I would like full off at some point, and I would like dye my hair even blacker, and I would show my curls, and I would say, yeah, I'm different, and I would confront bullies like head on. I went from like being very, very scared of them to being like, I don't care about you, you're gonna have to take me as I am, and I'm here, and I'm not gonna leave. My view after joining those schools was like, I need to reach my dreams, and I need to reach it before anyone else can catch up to me, because I need to prove that it doesn't matter who I am, I can do what I want. So yeah, in the end, then I'm in a really good place, independent of what they did to me. I think that really led me to battle, and I was always like, after moving to those schools, I was much more determined on everything that I did. I always thought I was going to leave Brazil, and I made my entire family, including people from like not my nuclear family, really proud. Yes, I'm happy, and I work in a really, really nice environment on a game in a project that I love. And when I go home, like I have that great family, and I have like my own projects that I'm working on as well. So that all makes me really happy, and I'm also like in a much better place financially than my family ever was before, and I can actually help them. I think my more unrealistic goals is like try to be less timid and try to talk more and do more conferences and meet more a lot of interesting people, and like get to know their stories and how they got there and like what they're working on. So yeah, and I want to keep doing art.